Hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Friday. If you're practicing with us live, hello. If you're practicing with us later, hello. My name is Garza, coming to you live from the House of Glitter Performance Lab here in Providence, Rhode Island. And today we have a restorative flow for you. We're offering two weekly flows all summer. We have a restorative flow on Fridays today and a revolution flow on Tuesdays at 4:30. Shout outs and gratitude to the Providence Community Libraries for making these classes possible. We love the libraries and are excited about the work that they're doing during this challenging time. As usual, we cannot see you, so please listen to your body and avoid any snap, pinch, or pop sensations. If you do feel like you're approaching one of those sensations, maybe just ease up and feel free to shoot us a message if you want ideas about how to practice certain parts of the flow in a way that feels good for you. Feel free to pause this video, feel free to step away, feel free to take child's pose, feel free to ignore all the directions and do your own thing and just breathe with us. Please stay hydrated as well. And all donations that we raise from these yoga offerings will go to our summer decolonization projects at the House of Glitter Performance Lab. Just shoot us a message, or you can send a donation on Venmo at the Glitter Goddesses. And that's all. Let's get started. Okay. For this flow, you might really like having some pillows and a blanket. Since this is going to be a nice, gentle, restorative flow, let's find a comfortable seat. I've been really liking elevating my seat, sitting on a stack of pillows or a bolster or a block so that my hips can just open up a little bit more. Let's just settle into our breath. Maybe roll the shoulders back a few times, maybe wiggling the seat. As we find our breath, let's just bring some awareness first to our body. How is our body feeling in this moment? What parts of our body are asking to be restored? What parts of our body are asking for healing? What else is our body telling us? What's on our mind? How are we feeling mentally, emotionally, spiritually this morning? How are we showing up to this practice? I invite you to practice non-judgment, just trying to meet yourself where you're at in this moment. There's no wrong way to show up. You're here. Slowing the breath down just a bit more. Long inhales, slow, controlled exhales. Making each breath just a bit longer, just a bit slower, just a bit more controlled. If you find your mind wandering, that's fine. You can choose to let your mind wander. And I'll also invite you to bring your attention to the breath. Bring the attention to the core with every inhale, pulling our core down, pulling our diaphragm down, making more space for our lungs to expand. Exhaling to slowly release the diaphragm up. Inhaling to expand, pull down, feel your root pulling down. And on the next inhale, squeeze the shoulders up, close to the ears, nice and tight. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. We'll keep this movement going this time. We'll slow it down, inhaling for 4, holding the breath for 4, holding the shoulders up, and then exhaling for 4. And I'll count us off. So breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath here. 2, 3, 4. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath here. 2, 3, 4. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath here. 2, 3, 4. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4. Roll the shoulders open. Huge circles with the shoulders. Open the chest. Open the throat gently. Fingertips to shoulders. Drawing huge circles with the elbows. Keep that slow breath rhythm going. And full circumduction, leading with the pinky. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, release. Okay. Let's plant the left hand on the floor, tenting the fingers here, just the fingertips, and we'll reach the right arm up and over. Feel free to bend this left elbow. Feel free to reach it deeper. Stretch the whole right side, pressing that right hip down. Huge, slow, deep breaths. Feel your whole abdomen, whole torso expand and inflate on the inhale. Exhale, release. Keep stretch, reaching that fingers. Feel your whole right side engaged. And when you're ready, reaching up and over to the other side. Stretch, reach the left side. Constantly reaching the left fingertips away. Pressing that left hip down, press the left knee down. Inhale, expand. Exhale, deepen. Release. Trying to make those breaths slower and bigger with every cycle. Gently release back to center. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, release. Okay. We can flip the palms, fingers pointing down. Let's gently press the palms. And get playful and curious with the angle of your hands. See what feels good. Releasing some tension from the incessant typing and texting we do. Maybe rubbing our forearms for some gentle fascial release and some topical heat. Switching sides when you're ready. Gently release. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, release. Now, top of the hands facing down, this time fingertips pointing towards you. Inhale, squeeze the fist just like you're squeezing a stress ball really tight, and exhale, release. Fingertips, relax. Inhale, squeeze, clench the fists. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, relax. Okay, let's give ourselves a big hug, stacking right elbow on top of left. Like so. We can hang out right here, just relaxing the shoulders down. If you're looking for something a little bit more intense, we can hook this bottom arm underneath and open up targeted right shoulder. Or we can take a bind, eagle arms, grabbing onto fingers, palms. You can also hold a sock if you can't quite reach your hands, or a belt or a piece of cloth. And if we are in a bind, we can inhale to lift the elbows up, exhale, press the palms away from the forehead. All of us keeping the shoulders relaxed and heavy with each exhale. And on your last breath, we'll inhale to lift and arch the back. And exhale to round, continuing to press the hands away from the forehead. Gently release, open wide. Let's go ahead and grab our opposite elbows behind us. Press the elbows behind our back. Shoulders maybe roll back. And chin to chest. Take a deep breath here. Maybe press the elbows back just a bit more. Inhale. And on the next exhale, release wide. Feel the fingertips stretch, reach. Relax the shoulders down. And let's give ourselves a hug, stacking left on top of right this time. We can hang out here, just relaxing the shoulders heavy. We can open up the outside of the left shoulder, and we can take a bind, eagle arms. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to press open. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press open. Inhale, lift. Press open. And on your last breath, we'll inhale, lift with a gentle arch. And exhale, rounding, folding. Gently release, open wide. And relax. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, release. Okay. Left hand, fingertips reaching away from us and down towards the floor. We're not touching the floor this time, just reaching down and out. Okay, right hand come up and over, grabbing the side of the head. Just let the right head tilt. Let the head tilt to the right, Just letting the elbows' natural weight fall heavy. We're not pulling very hard here, just gently opening up the side of our neck and perhaps flexing this left wrist for a little more intensity. What I want us to do is make sure that we're constantly reaching away to keep this left shoulder engaged. That's going to protect our delicate neck muscles. Keep breathing deeply, maybe flexing that left wrist a bit more, finding length in the middle finger. We'll take a few slow, deep breaths here. Gentle opening, release. Turning towards our right armpit, grabbing the top back of the head. Gently release. Right fingertips reaching away and down, really engaging this right shoulder to protect our neck. Left arm comes up and over. Let the left elbow's natural weight fall heavy. Inhale. Exhale, release. Maybe flexing this right wrist, finding length in the middle finger. Deep breaths. Keep reaching. Gently release, turning towards the left armpit, grabbing the top back of the head. And gently release. Just very carefully roll the neck just in front, from side to side, swinging back and forth. We can turn side to side, gently looking up and down. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Okay. Last thing before we move out of our warm-up, let's put our hands on our thighs, fingertips facing in towards each other so that our elbows can bend with ease. Inhale, cow pose here in the seated position, shoulders back, arch the spine, gently lift the chin, tilt the pelvis forward. Exhale, tucking the pelvis under, round the spine, chin to chest. Pushing out back out behind us. Inhale. Exhale. Chin to chest, round, really reach out. I also like to put my hands out if that feels nice to you. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Fabulous. Okay, let's stretch the left leg long, pressing the right foot to the inside of the left thigh, drawing Shavasana first side. Flex and point the left ankle foot toes. And when you're ready, we'll flex, making sure that there's no rotation in our hip. So that means our foot's pointing up. Walking the hands down the left side. It doesn't matter how far you go. We want to keep the spine flat, shoulders back, chest reaching forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach the chest forward. Now here in Jani Shavasana, a little tip is to press the left hamstring into the floor, the left knee into the floor, really pressing the whole left leg into the floor. We're using our hips to do this. Keep pressing down as you take 3 deep breaths. It's kind of intense, but we can release some great tension with our strength practice here. And after your 3 breaths, you can stop pressing and just release forward for a bit. If you do have a blanket or a pillow, it can be really nice to just let your body weight fall onto that. Walking the hands in. We can walk the left hand across the body, grabbing onto the right knee. Right arm reaches up and over. Right shoulder stretching into your back space. Breathing deeply into the side abdomen. Expand and inflate on the inhale. Exhale, deepen, release. Gently release. Jani Shavasana, second side. Let's stretch the right leg long, pressing the left foot to the inside of the right thigh, flex and point to warm up the right leg. And flexing the right ankle foot toes, checking in with the rotation in our hip. Walk the hands down the right leg, finding a spot where both hands can reach. Inhale, lengthen, puff the chest forward. Exhale, reach the heart forward, fold. And for a deeper experience, we can press that right hamstring down, press the right knee into the floor as hard as we can for 3 deep breaths. Walking the hands in. Right arm reaches across, grabbing onto the left knee. Left arm reaches up and over. Surging the left shoulder back. Deep breaths, expanding in that left oblique, left abdominal. And release up and back. Okay, very nice. So, before we move to our backs, I'm gonna do one more sitting pose. Let's open up for a wide straddle. If you're sitting on some pillows, you might want to grab these. And if you haven't grabbed pillows yet, this is probably the time to pause and go grab some. So opening up for a nice wide straddle, let's just start by alternating flex and point. Noticing these sensations in the hips. And now, when we point, our knees pressing into the floor, and when we flex, we're going to lift that knee, not sliding our heel, just lifting so that it kind of opens up our hip socket, and we'll alternate this way. So lifting up, notice how my heels are staying in place, alternating, pressing the knees down on the point, and lifting the knees, opening the hips on the flexion. Keep breathing deeply. We can start to twist a little bit. And inhaling to lift the arms up. And before we reach forward, sorry, I should have said this. Grab your stack of pillows, your blankets, whatever. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach the chest forward and give your blankets a nice big hug. Stack as many as you want. If you need more height, just fold the pillows to give yourself more height. We want to find a stack where we can really just let our upper body go. So keep flexing those feet to protect our hamstrings, to protect our Achilles. And let's just focus on slowing the breath down and trying to be as heavy as possible. Maybe feeling like we're adding some weight to our head or to our shoulders with each exhale. If it starts to get easy and comfortable and you want to go a little deeper, just take some pillows out and lower down to the next level. Oftentimes I feel like I think about asking for help or needing support as a sign of weakness, and my body is such a great reminder that support is actually going to make me more excellent and will heal me more efficiently, and it's having support like these props will increase my flexibility, will increase my strength. So I'm giving my nervous system a message that's like, hey, you can relax. And that's just gonna allow the muscles to say, okay, it's safe to relax, it's safe to release. So support is the trick to deepening flexibility and releasing tension, having props like this. So I love this lesson that support makes us stronger, makes us heal faster, makes us heal more authentically and safely. A few more deep breaths here. And when you're ready, walking the hands in, sitting upright. Okay, before we lay on our backs, I'm going to give us some options. I do want to do just one downward dog in this restorative flow. If downward dog's not for you, then I love doing downward dogs on the wall. In fact, you can see me right here. Okay. So putting your hands on a wall or on a mantle or something like this, and just reaching the hips back, lengthening the spine, making sure the feet are parallel. You can slightly bend the knees. This is going to be great for lengthening the spine, reaching the hips back. If you have high blood pressure, this kind of wall downward dog might be great because it keeps your head elevated above your heart and above your hips. But if you like downward dog, go ahead and take a nice downward dog. All of our knuckles pressing into the floor, hips lift, up and back. And when you're ready, release slowly. So we're going to meet lying on our backs. We want to have our pillows handy. Because the first thing I'm going to have us do here on our backs is to plant our feet. Lift the hips and slide these pillows underneath our hips. So we're creating some elevation right under the glutes so that our hip flexors are a little elevated. And when we stretch the legs long, we can feel a gentle opening here in the hip flexors. This is going to really counter the tightening that happens with so much sitting that we do from driving and sitting at desks. So not only are we standing, but we're actually increasing the angle beyond 180 degrees to open up and release. So just feel heavy here. If you're looking for something more intense, you can always fold your pillows to give yourself more height. Slow, deep breaths here. Trying to focus on inhaling to expand, to feel weightless, exhaling to feel heavy. Gently release, plant the feet. And let's remove the pillows, resting the lower back on the floor. Now, that being said, I like having a little bit of cushion under my lower back. So a little bit higher than we had the pillows before, but I love having that little cushion under there, just feeling that space in my natural curve. Everyone's spine is going to be curved slightly differently, so some of us might like some cushion to fill that space, others might not want it. Totally fine. And let's go ahead and plant the feet, bend the knees, just rock the knees from side to side, giving our outer hips a little massage on the floor. And pressing the bottoms of the feet into each other, open the knees, open the hips, this reclined butterfly. And if you want some more support, we can also slide some pillows under the knees here. We are going to breathe for a bit. Inhaling to expand, to feel weightless, floating, exhaling, deepen, heavy, release. Drawing the knees back together. Okay, let's hug the right knee into the chest. Stretch the left leg long. Alternate, flex and point. Nice deep breaths here. Pressing the right hip open. I'm going to press the hip open. I like to massage my left hip flexor with my fingers. Gently press open. And drawing this right knee back to center and across the body for a twist. Turning the gaze to the right, keeping that right shoulder planted on the floor. Inhale, expand around the spine. Exhale, deepen the twist. This detox twist is going to be so great for our digestion. A detox, if you will. Coming back to center. Hit the right foot and the left foot. Stretch the right leg long. Hug the left knee in. Take a few deep breaths here. Alternate, flex the point. And pressing that left hip open, maybe massaging the right hip flexor with your right fingers. Breathing deeply, press open. Drawing the left knee to center, pull it across the body. Left shoulder resting on the floor, turning the chin to the left. Coming back to center, plant both feet. Let's rock the knees from side to side once more. Feeling the outer hips pressing into the floor for a nice release massage. And coming back to center, pressing the bottoms of the feet into each other once more. Reclined butterfly, knees open, hips open. Slow, deep breaths. Drawing the knees back together. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Open the knees wide. Grabbing onto the outside of the shins. We can hang out right here. And if you're looking for something deeper, we can grab the outer edges of the feet. Stacking ankles on top of knees. All of our heads resting on the floor. Shoulders melt into the floor. Lower back presses down, deep, slow breaths. Slower, deeper breaths. Keep pressing that lower back down. And release, stretch open like a starfish for Shavasana. Feel free to give your body anything else it needs. Working to relax every piece of our body, letting the ankles feel heavy, letting the feet flop out, letting the knees feel heavy. Doing whatever is helpful for our comforts. Use those pillows on top of you, around you, underneath you. Hips feeling heavier with every exhale. Feel free to let your mind wander or focus your attention on the breath. Forgive yourself for however you're showing up to this stillness. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, bringing our attention back to our bodies on this floor. with each other on Friday. Let's take 3 sighs of relief here, breathing in. A deep breath in.